By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to deal with criticism. See, how many times in your life have you been criticized and your blood has just boiled, you have gotten really angry, and you just want to crash out on someone? Probably a couple of times, right? Well, if you're someone who doesn't know how to handle criticism, this video is for you. See, the reason why you don't know how to handle criticism is because no one has taught you how to handle criticism. But don't worry, because today I will teach you exactly how to deal with criticism and how to distinguish between good criticism and bad criticism. So the first concept that I want you to understand is this concept about good criticism and bad criticism. Now, good criticism is criticism you actually take in, learn from, and get better from. But bad criticism is criticism you don't really listen to, okay? Because it's criticism of people who just want to see you down here and want to make fun of you. An example about good criticism is, let's say for example, you were working in a restaurant and your job was to cook the fries, right? Let's say for example, while you're cooking the fries, you forgot to add salt and you forgot to add oil in the little thing you're cooking the fries in. Let's say you forgot to do all these things. And then your coworker comes to you and tells you, hey, look, you forgot to do this. You need to do this next time. If not, you're going to mess up all the fries. Okay? And that criticism right there is good criticism. And that criticism, you take in like a champ and say, okay, I was wrong. Now I'm going to learn from my mistake and get better from it. That's an example of good criticism. An example of bad criticism is, let's say you were doing the exact same thing. Let's say you were cooking up the fries. Let's say you added the amount of oil that needs to be added. And let's say you added the perfect amount of salt. And then let's say that your coworker comes and tells you, bro, you suck at this, bro. You're freaking slow. You're the worst at this, bro. Like, never do this ever again, bro. You suck. That right there, my friend, is an example of bad criticism. That criticism is people who just want to make fun of you and see you doing bad, okay? Good criticism is when people actually want to help you and see you doing better. Bad criticism is just people who want to make fun of you and want to get a reaction out of you, okay? So the main takeaway that I want you to understand from the good criticism and bad criticism is you need to be critical. You need to understand and distinguish between good criticism and bad criticism, okay? If you learn how to distinguish between good criticism and bad criticism, you will know exactly how to deal with certain criticism that comes your way. So remember, be critical when it comes to people criticizing you, because there is going to be a lot of people in this world who are just going to want to criticize you and make fun of you just to get a reaction out of you, okay? But there will also be people in this world who want to actually see you do better and actually give you real advice that would help you become better. So be critical when it comes to people giving you criticism. Be very critical and think to yourself, does this person actually want to see me doing better, or are they just saying these things just to make me feel bad and see me doing bad and get a reaction out of me? Be very critical when it comes to people giving you criticism. Now, what do you do exactly when you get criticized and you just want to crash out and get angry at someone? Simple. What I want you to do when you ever get criticized and you're really angry, your blood's boiling, is I want you to simply take a big deep breath. I'm talking a big one, like where you can feel your stomach, like just you can't even breathe no more. Do it with me, all right? Take 3 of those, and I promise you, you will definitely feel much better, okay? Now, if those 3 deep breaths don't help you out, here's what I want you to exactly do, okay? When you get criticized, okay, let's say for example, it's bad criticism. When you get criticized, I want you to just think about all those negative things everybody said to you, all those wrong things, all those criticism. I want you to take it in and put it in here, okay? And then I want you to use that criticism as fuel, okay? Use that criticism as fuel and get outside and get to freaking work, all right? Use that criticism and use that as fuel so you can go outside and work hard, go to the gym, go to a freaking run, work in your business, or do something productive and good. but use that criticism as fuel. And I guarantee you, if you use that criticism as fuel, you will become a much stronger person. You will become much better at whatever you do. Trust me. I'm speaking from experience. I remember when I was a kid and I was fat. Yeah, I was fat. I used to have titties, everything. I was fat. I remember when I was fat, I would play soccer, and in my soccer team, my teammates would make fun of me. They would call me fat, make fat jokes about me, all that kind of stuff. But you want to know the difference with me and them is I used that criticism as fuel. What I did is I took in all the negative things they told me, and every single day I would go outside and I would train. I would train my hardest. I would push myself and I would get angry, but I would use that criticism as fuel. And guess what? Now I am better than all those people that made fun of me in my old team. So that's a clear example on how if you use criticism as fuel, you will become a much stronger person and you'll become much better at whatever you do. Use that criticism as fuel. Trust me, it will change your whole life around. Now that you know exactly what to do when you receive criticism, what I want you to do is go out into the real world and apply these principles. Okay? Go out into the real world, and now if you ever receive criticism, you will know exactly what to. And if you reach to the end, if you want to learn how to build your confidence, click the link below. I have a free guide teaching you exactly step by step how you can build more confidence in your life. So that's exactly how you deal with criticism. If you like videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe for more. And as always, I believe in you, but God believes you more. Peace. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.